To shoot this little video here to talk about something called the joint by joint approach. A guy named Gray Cook came up with this. He came up with a functional movement screen. That's where a lot of people know his name from. He's written quite a few really great books, Movement being one of them. I think it's a absolute great read. But basically the joint by joint approach is a way of telling, okay, is this a good exercise, is this not a good exercise, kind of thing, by saying how you what each joint of your body, or kind of series of joints, how they should be trained. And it kind of goes from the floor up. So starting at the ankles, you want to train the ankles to be highly mobile. So that means both dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. You want to have mobility there, so that they can go side to side very easily, and it's going to make it so that, you know, if that joint is very mobile, then kind of all the way up the chain things will work a little bit better. If it's super tight, you might have some type of weird stuff going on. So I want to have really mobile ankles. That's a good thing. Next up the chain is your knees. Now you want to have really stable knees. So that means you don't want to have a ton of mobility there. You won't want to have it like excessive hyperextension, so your knee going back like that. You don't want to be doing too many exercises where you're kind of torquing on the knees, like with any type of twisting action or anything like that. So again, the knees want to be trained for stability. And then next up, your hips. So your hips, mobility. All right, you can see where this might be going. So your hips, you want to have nice mobility. If the hips are too stiff, be it in your hip flexors, in your glutes, something like that. If the hips are stiff, you want to, then something else is going to become an issue along the way. So something else might feel tight or whatever, you might have pain. And then next up the chain, low back. Low back, stability. So things you want to avoid here when training the low back are exercises that have excessive range of motion, like hyperextension. You don't want to have any exercise where you're severely rounding your low back on a frequent basis with any load, especially, or any type of thing where you're twisting too much through the low back. And then again, next up the chain, you got your upper back. Upper back, you want a lot of mobility. So you want to have a lot of ability to extend your upper back, rotate through the upper back, flex your upper back, all over the place. You want your upper back to be nice and mobile. If your upper back's too stiff, then something else can become a problem. Namely, I find the shoulders. Now, again, up to the shoulders, we want stability there. Again, this is insanely simple. So you want to train the shoulders for a lot of stability. You don't want to be doing a lot of exercises where you're taking your shoulder through like some crazy excessive range of motion or anything like that, or like doing any like crazy range of motion training on it. I find that those are the shoulder is best trained through like kind of a set range of motion, and really controlling that range of motion and not going too far off of like hanging off your joints or anything if you're doing pull-ups, or like, you know, going all the way back or whatever. So again, you want to train the shoulder for stability and make sure that joint is nice and centralized. You know, if you're doing push-ups, pull-ups, rows, what have you, nice stable shoulder joint. So again, that's called the joint by joint approach. And again, from the floor up, ankles, you want mobile ankles, stable knees, mobile hips, a stable low back, a mobile upper back, and stable shoulders. All right, again, joint by joint approach from the legend Gray Cook. Thanks for watching.